Some players take decades to make a mark on the game. Henry Pollock did it before he turned 20. He lit up the championship, broke the Lions record, and became a menace to the Rugby Society. This is how Henry Pollock became a superstar at 19 and why he is the future of English rugby.
Has that gone forwards? Pollock still onto it, tries to get the offload away, and Langdon drops over the line.
Henry Pollock's journey didn't begin with a subtle rise. It began with a controlled demolition. While under-20 rugby is traditionally a quiet breeding ground where coaches and scouts slowly analyse players by comparing them to their peers, Henry Pollock went on a one-man tactical demolition.
It's going to be Henry Pollock to streak under the posts.
Again.
Lovely show and go from Pollock. Oh, and he's bounced through the next one. Pollock to score a glorious second. The shove on. It's Pollock who's driving through. Oh, is it Pollock for a third? He gets the hat-trick.
It was the moment everyone finally woke up to the star that is Henry Pollock. What makes it even more special is that in rugby, the number 7 flanker is usually your blue-collar worker, at the bottom of rucks, getting stepped on and setting it up for the back line. Not Pollock though, he was a flanker playing like a winger. But this could have been chalked up to one good game. That's when you look at his stats and see he is just a class above everyone else. I'm talking 4 tries, 56 carries, 212 metres gained, and more than 30 rucks hit. Those are some serious numbers for a kid. Inevitably, he'd be awarded the Player of the Championship, proving that he was more than a player, but rather a glitch in the game. It felt like someone created a custom player in Rugby 08, maxing out every attribute to 99 and running riot over the opposition. But that was just the beginning, and a few months later, the kid was called up to make his debut for England.
And on his debut, and another try, and again.
2 tries in the 68-14 thrashing of Wales. But what's even more interesting is the man behind the smile and the wavy blonde hair. You'd be forgiven for thinking that he is an old-timer, but the new English back rower was only born on January 14, 2005 in Banbury, England. Attending Beechborough Prep School in Westbury, Buckinghamshire, he already began showing talent at the age of 13.
He's going to go all the way, Henry Pollock, the England captain.
That's when he was picked up by the Northampton Saints Junior Academy, making his way through the ranks and finally captaining the under-18 side.
Through the posts it goes. Finals day under-18s Premiership.
Despite the loss, he was still called up for the Saints professional side for the 2022 to 2023 season, and made an almost immediate impact.
His score with a big old flourish.
That try made him the youngest ever try scorer in Saints history. And the scary thing is that all this happened before the kid was even 20 years old. But many men have been stars at a young age, only to fade away. Not Pollock. If you watch a Saints or England game, your eyes are immediately drawn to the blonde kid with the headband. It has become his trademark, bobbing around the pitch with endless energy and popping up in the right places. But what's truly remarkable is his engine. It's almost like he doesn't need a break when everyone else is bent over on their hands and knees, begging the referee for just 5 more minutes. Add to this his impressive fitness, and you can quickly see that the kid was a triathlete at school, while also excelling in swimming. All of this naturally comes from growing up in a highly competitive family, where his sister is a national-level hurdler as well. But it's the nuisance factor that truly makes him special. Much like the legendary Michael Hooper, he proves that you don't always need to be the biggest dog in the fight. Some might call Pollock a little undersized, but he more than makes up for that with his speed. That's where the comparisons stop. In fact, Michael Hooper is the ultimate stoic. He played most of his career looking like a man who has just been informed that his house has flooded, but he must finish his shift at the coal mine. Hooper is the sad dad of rugby, dutiful, relentless, carrying the weight of a struggling nation on his shoulders with a grimace of eternal suffering. When Hooper makes a tackle, it's a professional obligation. He gets up, checks his taxes, sighs deeply, and does it again. Henry Pollock, on the other hand, is the rich kid on spring break. When Pollock makes a tackle, he's thrilled. He's having the time of his life. Pollock is the pest in the glorious tradition of kneel back, but with a modern zoomer twist. He is always in your face, pulling at jerseys, slowing the ball down by a fraction of a second, grinning like a maniac, while a 120-kilogram prop tries to swat him away.
He probably just took a little bit of offence to being hit.
But where he really stands out is in the skills department. The kid can run.
Here goes Pollock doing the things he does. It's extraordinary.
He can fight on the ground and even kick if he needs to. He is like a secret weapon, buried in the pack, and often finds himself in the wide channels, out-sprinting the wingers. But what makes him a true superstar is the accolades he has already amassed at such a young age. Where Pollock began to shine was during the 2024 Champions Cup. He scored a try against Castres in 2024 and followed it up with 2 more against them in 2025. This was followed by what can be considered a game winner against Leicester in the semi-finals as well. These moments didn't go unnoticed, earning him the Champions Cup Breakthrough Player of the Year award, while narrowly losing out to Damien Penaud, who walked away with the overall award. Early in 2025, he already became a household name and the kind of guy people want to make videos about. Then this happened.
Henry Pollock.
Yeah, my guy was now a lion, and not just any lion. He was the youngest to be selected in more than 50 years. Despite his fumble in the warm-up game against Argentina, he quickly bounced back. While he didn't score for the Lions and mostly came off the bench, it set him up with the needed experience to carry into the Quilter Nations. And finally, he'd score that elusive try against the Wallabies. Now the whole of England could see the kid shine on the biggest stage. This wasn't Italy or Wales, it was a try against the Wallabies. But does he have what it takes to be the next English number 7? So where does he go from here? Does he have a ceiling, or is Henry Pollock possibly the next rugby superstar like Antoine Dupont and Cheslin Kolbe? Despite his age, there are calls for Steve Borthwick to include him permanently in the squad. Yet, when you have players like Ben Earl, Tom Curry and Ben Curry, where do you make room for this new kid? Maybe do this. You create your own version of the Bomb Squad, or the POM Squad as they call it. You bring the kid on late in the game when everyone's tired and you simply sit back and see carnage unfold. And before we call Henry Pollock a generational talent, we need to just remember that each year there is a new Carter or new Wilkinson, but they quickly fizzle out. What makes Pollock different is that he has already been doing this for 2 years. Week in and week out, no injuries, just full-on rugby dominance that has transformed him into rugby's new rock star. As for the future, well, everything is stacked in his favour. Despite the scrum still being a staple of rugby, the game is slowly becoming faster, and the tempo is increasing. Moreover, England has been ramping up their tempo as well, which perfectly fits his own style. Henry Pollock is slowly becoming the new prototype for what a number 7 will look like. An athlete first, a rugby player second, and always a headache for the opposition. While the traditional number 7 is the stoic, suffering, noble hero, Henry Pollock is changing the game, proving that brains might just be more powerful than brawn. Now, I'd love to see what you think of this kid. Will his dominance continue, or will he simply fizzle out? Let me know in the comments below, and if you'd like to see just how dominant England truly is, check out this next video and find out how they dominated the Quilter Nations series. See you in the next one.
Making sure he's going to get all the way untouched, slide in and win the game.